have to hurry to the south, and then we hurry north, and we're talking every minute as we hurry back and forth, and we have to hurry to the east, and then we hurry west, and we're talking every minute, and we don't have time to rest, and we have to do it faster or it never will be done, and we have no time for listening or anything that's fun.
We have to do it faster or it never will be done, and we have no time for listening or anything that's fun.
Once upon a time, there was a poor miller who had a beautiful daughter that he bragged about to anyone who would listen. One day, he found himself trying to impress the king, and before he could stop it, heard himself saying,
"My daughter is so amazing. She can spin straw into gold."
I've never heard of such a thing. I must see this with my own eyes. Bring her to my castle.
Yes, Your Highness. Right away, Your Highness.
As the miller prepared his daughter for her visit, he couldn't help but be nervous about one particular issue. He had lied to the king. His daughter, although beautiful, could no more turn straw into gold than you can turn broccoli into chocolate. But the king had spoken, so that night he dropped his daughter off at the castle.
Welcome to my castle, fair maiden. My staff has prepared it with everything your father mentioned. Is there anything else that you need?
I don't think so. But why is there a pile of straw and a spinning wheel in my room?
Oh, don't be so modest. Your father told me your secret, that you can spin straw into gold.
Oh, no, Your Highness. My father likes to boast about me. I can assure you that I can no more spin straw into gold than you could turn broccoli into chocolate.
For your father's sake, I hope that isn't true. For if there isn't a pile of gold in the morning, I will have your father thrown into the dungeon.
The daughter sat and cried for her father, who, come morning, was surely going to be thrown in the dungeon. Then all of a sudden, a small, strange troll appeared in the room.
Who are you, and what do you want?
I'm here to help you with the situation your father has gotten you into. But first, what would you give me to turn your straw into gold?
I don't have much, but I will give almost anything to save my father.
Anything? Well, in that case, I will grant you this wish, and in return, I only ask for your firstborn child.
But I'm not even married yet.
No matter. Do we have a deal?
The daughter, very confused by the evening's strange events, thought about the troll's offer. It would be quite some time before she even thought about having children, and her father needed help immediately. Surely by the time she had her firstborn, the troll would have forgotten about her. So she shook his hand, and almost immediately the troll started spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. All night long he spun the straw into gold. The next morning, the king appeared at the door. He stared in amazement at the large pile of gold in the corner and exclaimed,
This is magnificent. I must have you as my wife.
Is my father safe? What will become of him?
The father of my queen will live out his days in the castle.
And so the king and the miller's daughter were married. A few years later, the king and queen had their first child. One day she was checking on her sleeping baby boy when a familiar troll suddenly appeared.
I told you I would be back.
Who are you, and what do you want?
Don't tell me you have forgotten your promise.
I don't have much, but I would give almost anything to save my father.
I've come for your firstborn.
But you can't take my baby.
A promise is a promise. But to be fair, I will make you a deal. If when I return in a week's time you are able to correctly guess my name, I will give you your baby back.
George, Pat, Alex, Matt, Joe.
No, 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 and no.
And out the window he went, child in hand. The end.
Wait a minute, that can't be how it ends.
This story has gone on too long already. I'll come back a little later and double check.
Drop your silver in my tambourine. Help a poor man build a pretty dream. Give me pennies, I'll take anything. Now listen while I play my green tambourine. Watch the jingle jangle start to shine. Reflections of the music that is mine. When you toss a coin, you'll hear it sing. Now listen while I play my green tambourine. Drop a dime before I walk away. Any song you want, I'll gladly play. Money feeds my music machine. Now listen while I play my green tambourine. Listen and I'll play my green tambourine. Listen and I'll play, oh yeah, my green tambourine. I'll play my green tambourine. If you listen, I will play my green tambourine.
Welcome to today's edition of Puppetry News. I'm Maxwell Meanswell.
And I'm Samantha Say It Again. Today's lead story involves some very serious issues. We've gotten reports of a breaking and entering incident involving a lot of breaking.
That's right, Sam. The Woods Police have told us that the home of three bears was ransacked when they came home from their morning walk. We have an exclusive interview with Papa Bear regarding this situation. Papa Bear, thank you for talking with us today.
Sure. This was a very frightening incident, even for a big guy like me.
Can you tell us what you saw when you came home this morning?
Well, we walked in the door, and the first thing we saw was the breakfast bowls, all messed up on the kitchen table. Someone had been eating out of them. They had some porridge of mine, some porridge of Mama's bears, and apparently they ate all of Baby Bear's. I mean, who does that?
Must have been some good breakfast. Making me hungry just thinking about it. Oh, sorry. So what did you do next?
Well, we walked into the living room. Mama Bear is very particular about how that room is arranged. It wasn't right. I tell you, it wasn't right. And poor baby Bear's chair was broken into splinters. I mean, who does that? They found what? No, stay right there. I'll be right over. Sorry, Max, but there are some new developments, so I've got to go. I mean, who does that?
Wow, that is quite a story. I can't wait to hear what happens. In the meantime, let's head over to Winky in the weather department. How's it looking over there?
Well, does it appear that the weather is much better? Reports are that Dr. Foster went to Gloucester in a shower of rain. He stepped in a puddle up to his middle and never was heard of again. So I guess that everyone should wear their boots and watch out for puddles. Back to you, Samantha.
Thank you, I think, Winky. There has got to be some better news with Francois, the food critic.
Oh, bonjour, Samantha. I do indeed have some sweetness for this gloomy news day. I just came from the bakery, and I tell you, pat a cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with a B and put it in the oven for baby and me. Now we just have to wait for it to come out of that oven. And then, oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Back to you, Max.
Thanks so much, Francois. And now a new segment that we've just added. Please welcome Ernesto, our entertainment guru.
Thank you so much, Max. It's such a pleasure to be here. And have I got something to report on today? Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his fiddlers 3. Ooh, how exciting. And every fiddler had a fine fiddle, and a very fine fiddle had he. Tweedledee went the fiddlers. Oh, there's none so rare as can compare with King Cole and his fiddlers 3. Such fun. Back to you, Max and Samantha.
Thanks, Ernesto. So, Max, have we heard back from Papa Bear yet?
No updates yet. Hopefully we can get the rest of the story next time. Until then, I'm Maxwell Meanswell.
And I'm Samantha Say It Again. Join us next time for
Rhymes of the Times.
Hey, everybody. We're at the Endicott Performing Arts Center, and we're about to crash a dance class, Miss Kate's tap class, and we're going to interview 2 brothers who are taking a class. Quiet, we're gonna surprise them. Let's go. Hear them tapping? That's so cool. Right? Stafford, right?
Yep.
Billy?
Yep.
Benny and Billy. Billy?
Benny.
Benny. So you're Billy?
Yes.
All right. You're taking tap class?
Yes.
We heard you out there. That is so cool. Who's your teacher?
Miss Kate.
Miss Kate. Hey, Miss Kate, girl.
How are you today?
Very good. I'm so excited. I got my tap shoes on, but you just can't see them right now.
Well, thank you for visiting with us.
Thank you. How do you like Miss Kate as a teacher?
She's really good.
Really good?
Yeah.
Did you both sit? Do you always talk at the same time?
No.
Oh my God,
guys,
you said it again.
You said it again, yes. How old are you guys?
We're 10.
10. Both of you?
Yes.
Who's older?
Me by 1 minute.
1 minute? Is he always the fastest?
No.
No. Is there a faster tapper here?
I think that would be me.
Oh, the older brother? You're going to argue on that. Say it. Go ahead, say it.
I can agree with him.
I see you're wearing a karate mask.
Yes.
Where do you take karate?
Tri-City.
Tri-Cities. Do you also take karate?
Yes.
Benny, right?
Yes.
Billy?
Yes.
I'm so confused. What other favorite things do you like to do when you're not dancing?
Playing video games, probably.
Video games. You too?
Yep.
Billy?
Yep.
I'm getting it right. Benny?
Yep.
All right. What's your favorite video game?
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Minecraft. I would agree with that.
You too?
Yes.
Today, can you show all our audience members a couple of dance steps?
Sure.
Yeah? Well, I'm going to just step out of the way. You're going to get your hands out of your pocket. Don't forget to smile. Ladies and gentlemen, Benny and Billy Stafford. Yay! Are you guys going to be performing in EPAC's dance extravaganza?
Yes.
All right. We cannot wait. Thank you for sharing your time. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, I went back and checked, and you were right. I forgot to turn the page. Where were we?
And out the window he went, child in hand.
Right. Child in hand. The queen was beside herself with grief.
Royal messengers all, go out across the land and learn of all the possible male names in the kingdom. Bring them to me in a week's time.
The royal messengers went through the town, knocked on every door, and made a list of all the names in the land. A week later, the troll returned to see if the queen had guessed his name.
Ollie, Wyatt, Dawson, Tom, Ernesto,
Now, and now!
Dave!
By my wondering ears, you have guessed it!
He returned the baby, and they all lived happily ever after.
Are you kidding? Dave? There is no way his name is Dave. That is the second most popular name in the kingdom. Who wrote this story anyways?
All right, I guess you're smarter than you look. I'll get back to you.
We're very, very busy and we've got a lot to do and we haven't got a minute to explain it all to you. For on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday there are people we must see, and on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday we're as busy as can be. With our most important meetings and our most important calls, then we have to do so many things and post them on the walls.
With our most important meetings and our most important calls, and we have to do so many things and post them on the walls.
Then we have to hurry to the south, and then we hurry north, and we're talking every minute as we hurry back and forth, and we have to hurry to the east, and then we hurry west, and we're talking every minute, and we don't have time to rest, and we have to do it faster or it never will be done, and we have no time for listening or anything that's fun.
We have to do it faster or it never will be done, and we have no time for listening or anything that's fun.
We're very, very busy and we've got a lot to do and we haven't got a minute to explain it all to you. For on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday there are people we must see, and on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday we're as busy as can be. With our most important meetings and our most important calls, and we have to do so many things and post them on the walls.
With our most important meetings and our most important calls, and we have to do so many things and post them on the walls.
And
Next.
we have to hurry to the left, and then we hurry right, and we're talking every minute as we hurry day and night, and we have to have our lunches that we don't have time to chew, and we have to order many things in grey and navy blue, but we think supplies are limited. Restrictions may apply, so we'll call the operators who are surely standing by. We're very, very busy and we've got a lot to do, and we haven't got a minute to explain it all to you. For on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday there are people we must see, and on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday we're as busy as can be. With our most important meetings meetings and our most important calls, and we have to do so many things and post them on the walls.
Our most important meetings and our most important calls, and we have to do so many things and post them on the walls.
No, we have to hurry far away, and then we hurry near, and we have to hurry everywhere, and be both there and here, and we have to send out messages by email, phone, and fax, and we're talking every minute, and we really can't relax. And we think there is a reason to be running neck and neck, and it must be quite important, but we don't have time to check.
We think there is a reason to be running neck and neck, and it must be quite important, but we don't have time to check.
If we think there is a reason to be running neck and neck, and it must be quite important, and if not, well, what the heck.
This just in. Breaking news to the Puppetry News Desk. I'm Maxwell Meanswell.
And I'm Samantha Say It Again. Today we are following up with our story of the robbery at the Three Bears home. We are fortunate to have the Woods Police Chief to fill us in on the details. Welcome, Chief.
Thank you, Sam. I'm always ready to serve and protect, and once again, we have protected.
Thank heaven we have you around. Now, can you tell us any details of the robbery?
I certainly can, Samantha. It was quite a scene. I tell you, quite a scene. Disturbed breakfast bowls, broken chairs, and to top it all off, the perp. That's what we call the bad guy. The perp was sleeping in poor little baby bear's bed.
I mean, who does that? I'm sure the Bears were so glad you were on the job. So who is this bad guy? Perp.
Indeed. But to answer your question, the perp was not a him, but a her. Name is Goldilocks. She claimed she got lost. The door was left open, she was hungry, and then got tired. Bears apparently scared her pretty badly. She took off, and we had us a chase going on.
Oh, no. I mean, who does that? So is she still on the run?
No. Everyone is safe now. No need for any panic. Found her at her grandmother's house, and she'll be paying for all the repairs.
Well, that's a relief. Thank you for filling us in on that event, Chief.
Anytime. Now I gotta get back to protecting and serving.
I guess you just never know. We'll now return you to your regular scheduled program. I'm Maxwell Meanswell.
And I'm Samantha Say It Again. Join us next time for
Rhymes of the Times.
These kids and their need for a fairy tale ending. Where was I? Oh, yes. The following week, one of the Queen's messengers appeared.
I didn't know if this is helpful, but I did see something strange in the woods. In the middle of a clearing, there was a cabin and an odd little fellow dancing and singing around a fire.
If it doesn't help me find the troll, I don't want to hear about it.
Well, that's the thing. He was singing, "Scoo, scoo, Scooby-Doo, ooh, boo, bobby, boo. I am the Rumpelstiltskin man. The king's got his gold, the queen's got her fame, and their baby will have my Rumpelstiltskin name."
Oh, thank you, messenger. You have brought me great joy.
A week later, the troll reappeared.
Well, Queen, this is your last chance. For after tonight, I will never come back. And you will lose your baby forever.
Colin, Sean, Sebastian, Jude, Diego.
No, and no. You have one final guess.
Is it possibly Rumpelstiltskin?
The Queen grabbed her baby, and Rumpelstiltskin, angry and defeated beyond words, disappeared in a cloud of smoke, never to be heard from again. And they all lived happily ever after.
Okay, that's more believable. At least it's over.
So, what is the moral of the story?
Well, it could be about the value and power of using personal names and titles. The Rumpelstiltskin principle is often referred to in psychology, management teaching, and trial law.
For the kids in the audience,
It's good to know people by their correct name.
And to always tell the truth.
In the town where I was born lived a man who sailed the sea, and he told us of his life in a land of submarines. So we sailed onto the sun till we found the sea of green, and we lived beneath the waves in a yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine.
And our friends are all aboard. Many more of them live next door. And the band begins to play.
We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. Full speed ahead, Mr. Boatswain, full speed ahead.
Full steam ahead, it is, Sergeant.
Cut the cable, drop the cable.
Aye, aye, sir. Aye, aye.
Captain, Captain.
And we live a life of ease.
Life of ease.
Every one of us is all we need.
All we need.
Sky of blue and sea of green.
Sea of green.
In our yellow submarine.
Submarine. Aha! We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine.
Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to Miss Jill's Little Reading Corner. In my little corner, in my little chair, I will read my stories to all of you. Grab a seat, a pillow, and a blanket or two. It's time for me to read to you. Today, boys and girls, I have a cute little book. It's called Harriet, You'll Drive Me Wild, by Mem Fox and illustrated by Marla Frazee. This little girl finds herself in lots of trouble all in one day, and her mother tries to keep her cool. You may be able to relate to some of these things. Let's find out. Harriet Harris was a pesky child. She didn't mean to be, she just was. One morning at breakfast, she knocked over a glass of juice, just like that. Her mother didn't like to yell, so instead she said, "Harriet, my darling child." "I'm sorry," said Harriet, and she was. At snack time, she dribbled jam all over her jeans, just like that. Her mother didn't like to yell, so instead she said, "Harriet, my darling child, Harriet, you'll drive me wild." "I'm sorry," said Harriet, and she was. Before lunch, when Harriet was painting a picture, she dripped paint onto the carpet, just like that. Her mother didn't like to yell, so instead she said, "Harriet, my darling child, Harriet, you'll drive me wild. Harriet, sweetheart, what are we to do?" "I'm sorry," said Harriet, and she was. At lunch, Harriet slid off her chair and the tablecloth came with her, just like that. Her mother didn't like to yell, so instead she said, "Harriet, my darling child, Harriet, you'll drive me wild. Harriet, sweetheart, what are we to do?" "Harriet Harris, I'm talking to you. I'm sorry, said Harriet, and she was. Later that afternoon, when Harriet was meant to be napping, she ripped open a pillow, just like that. 1,000 feathers flew in every direction. There was a terrible silence. Then Harriet's mother began to yell. She yelled, and she yelled, and she yelled. Whew! I'm sorry, cried Harriet. I'm really, really sorry. The mother took a deep breath. I know you are, she said, hugging Harriet tight. I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have yelled, and I wish I hadn't, but sometimes it happens. Just like that. Big mess, said Harriet. A very big mess, said her mother. And she started to laugh. And they laughed, and they laughed, and they laughed, and they went on laughing as they picked up the feathers together. The end. Wow, well, Harriet found herself in some big trouble. Her mother tried to keep her cool. She had a little hard time, but in the end, they just laughed about it. Laughing helps with a lot of things. It's always good to have a good laugh. Well, I hope you enjoyed that book, boys and girls, and I hope to see all of you back here again next week. Bye.
And we have to hurry to the south, and then we hurry north, and we're talking every minute as we hurry back and forth, and we have to hurry to the east, and then we hurry west, and we're talking every minute, and we don't have time to rest, and we have to do it faster or it never will be done, and we have no time for listening or anything that's fun.
We have to do it faster or it never will be done, and we have no time for listening or anything that's fun.